Why do you bitches obsessed with me? I need a sonogram.
I need a sonogram.
I need a sonogram.
Okay. Oh.
Hiya.
Hiya, love. How you doing?
I'm so good. You alright?
Good, thank you.
Gorgeous. Good week.
Good week. Yes. Welcome to Straight Diva.
Welcome to Straight Diva. Why is it called that?
Because I'm straight.
And I'm a diva.
And the word diva
has
died.
It's done and it's dead.
Because unfortunately, as with bi-presenting men,
Yeah.
role model, bless his cottons,
Yeah.
seems like a really funny guy,
Yeah.
has released his new single, Hannah, she looks like a diva, and all the PR girlies. So
We're tired.
we might have to change the name of the podcast.
Straight person. Straight people. I'm tired. This always happens.
Any other words that have died recently for you?
Well, Slay's been dead.
Slay's been dead.
What else has died?
Anyway, not to start the podcast on a
low
somber
note, but we have to. It's the title.
But we have to. And you look, I consider myself I know I look like a bi-presenting man as well. I've been told by many a folk.
I love it.
But and I eat from the same plate as role model, perhaps. But
you won't say it. You won't put it into a song.
yeah, she looks like a diva.
I haven't heard it.
You ruined the only 1975 song that like everyone likes.
Yeah.
Somebody else.
I don't know. I literally don't know who this is.
What?
I have no idea. Girl, I'm gay.
Okay.
I'm gay as fuck.
So role model is like those like memes that you see from New York maybe, and it's like POV, this is your hinge day, and it's like that brand of guy who's got like a shag or a perm or a mod cut, and he's got a massive hoop earring.
I know
and he's got
who he is.
And I've got a tiny white t-shirt.
And all he does in videos, and then he just like kind of poses.
Yeah.
I know exactly who he is.
And
I know exactly who he is.
To be fair, he's very good at TikTok.
He's fit.
He's fit and he's funny as fuck.
Yeah. Does he fuck around with Olivia Rodrigo? Like, and all that lot?
No. He used to go out with Emma Chamberlain, I think.
Oh, I know exactly who you're on about.
Yeah.
Hey.
And I think he's the face of a kind of, I guess it's not new anymore, but a brand of straight man.
Yeah.
That is presenting as bisexual and effeminate.
The worst type of straight man sometimes.
Me?
No, but I don't think so. No, because I feel you're too fruity. Like, I feel like he's the type of straight man that's like just copies and pastes Harry Styles and then like hits women. Like, I know, like they have the same tattoos. I think there's a lot of. I think we really need to go into the subcategory of fake bi men, and I feel like there is multiple ones that you actually want to be around and some that you don't.
Right. So me in the category that you do want to be around, or I don't even fit into this category?
No, I feel like it's kind of like Harry Styles rip-offs who have like figured out that they have a nice smile and they kind of have a muscly arm. So then they wear this like kind of skimpy baby tee type thing like a faggot, except that they're not a faggot. Kind of, I think they are faggots though.
Right.
And then they're really nasty towards women. I know exactly the type, and you walk past them all the day in Hackney, and are they fit? They are fit.
Yeah.
But like the worst bit about it is they're fit as fuck, and they look good. And they wear those like baggy, like grey, like sweatpants.
The crop on their Carhartt jacket is very nice.
Yeah.
They have a very, very slim figure under that baggy jacket.
Yeah, and their dick is swanging.
And their dick is long.
That dick is always swanging.
They got the long dick.
You're getting put through that mattress if you were born as this woman and you're boring and called Kelsey and don't answer back.
Yeah. But he's giving you nothing while you're shagging.
Because he has nothing, and he's usually rich.
Yeah.
From money.
He's not looking at you in the eyes.
Because he's a faggot. These men are gay. They want to fuck each other. I'm tired. Role model, yeah.
She looks
Role model
like
for the gay
diva.
community. Role model. Work. Supermodel, bitch. It's giving RuPaul role model.
You better work.
You better work, role model, you faggot. Piss me off.
Anyway, bi-presenting men are officially on the way out. Bring back just burly, nasty cunts who at least
make it obvious.
Who at least own it.
Back.
Yeah,
they're coming back.
I can't breathe.
We're feeling. I can't. How else has your week been?
Good. Slurp
I'm
it.
having a cup of tea.
What happened? We went to Opia Converse.
We went to Obia Converse.
For anyone that has been living under a rock or clearly isn't tapped into the culture,
Hello.
Opia is a brand and party, and Converse, I think, make shoes.
Yeah.
Fucking
I was like, yeah.
I didn't know Converse.
I was like, girl, you really from money, bitch. I was like, girl, Chuck Taylor, bitch. I was like, fuck me.
So
you definitely got brought up in those flat foot shoes, innit?
Plimsolls.
Yeah, no,
Toms.
No, there's like rich people that like pay to have their like flat feet, and they say that our shoes shouldn't be like the way that they are, and they should be like flat foot.
Yeah, is that not Toms?
No, they're called flat foot. Carry on about Opia.
I was wearing Huaraches as a 15-year-old.
Okay, nice.
But yeah, we went to Opia Converse. I very much enjoyed myself because I have never been to a fashion event before. Oh my god, you can see that I'm wearing a Fitbit.
Is that bad?
Cut.
Really?
Cut the No. I'm just very insecure. I just think it's actually disgusting.
I think
and
it's chic.
You think it's chic?
Yeah, it's better than a Casio.
I think it's an
I
ick.
quite like a Casio.
No, Casio's hot.
Yeah,
Fitbit
Casio's
is
hot.
like you care about.
No, I think
You care about how many steps you're getting in.
That's fit. Is that when people keep receipts like me?
Yeah.
That's fit.
Okay.
I think when people are on top of their like health and like on top of themselves and on top of their life, I think that's sexy.
I think it's just the voice.
Not coming on to you, Louis. Stop looking me in the eye.
The voice in my head is just going, fatty.
And you need to go to therapy for that. Yeah. Open up.
He's back from holiday tomorrow, I think. So,
oh, thank God.
It's been 3 weeks in Thailand.
I see you struggling.
Fucking ridiculous. Yeah.
You're ready for a sec.
Okay, sorry. Opia fucking Converse. I enjoyed it a lot because I've never been to a fashion event before. In some ways, I was kind of impressed by how nice everyone was.
Yeah,
and in other ways, I was underwhelmed because I was like, where are the dickheads? Like, I thought this was meant to be a fashion party. Like, who is going to be sizing me up and down? Like, who the fuck are you? Like, what are you wearing?
But I think people will be nice to people.
Yeah. Well, no, but I wasn't. I was surprised by that. I thought fashion parties, like...
Yeah.
I mean, you tell like me. You've been to a lot more fashion parties than I have.
Yeah, I feel like it was very much, it was like rave, it was the scene. I feel like it was kind of like, it was the scene in fashion, if that makes sense. So it was like, I think that was the amazing thing that Opia did with the Converse event, is bring the scene to Fashion Week, you know? And I feel like that was the nicest thing, and I think that's why it was a much nicer environment. I've been to some like proper wanky fashion parties, and I feel like this was very, very nice. I felt like we were the wankers when we skipped the queue.
Yeah.
So we skipped the queue.
We skipped the queue and kind of dawdled around the normal queue, and we were like looking like,
and then we're like, we just don't want to queue in that.
Yeah.
So that, but the good thing was, we were with my manager, Reva.
Yeah. Shout out Reva.
And Reva was just not having it. Reva wasn't even on the list, but Reva was like, we're on the list. And then and just got us in. But we were on the list. I don't know if Reva was, but Reva just said their name and made them write it down, which is fierce.
It was fierce.
We
bumped into other meme page. I don't know if we are.
Yeah, the admins.
We saw Dalston Superson. We saw Czech Hunter Schaefer.
And I love how Czech Hunter Schaefer just walked over and was like, I'm Czech Hunter Schaefer.
Yeah.
I was like, period.
Damn.
Hello, Czech Hunter Schaefer.
But how did you find it?
I really enjoyed it. I was slammed. I don't know if you realise how drunk I was. I was sick 3 times that night. I was sick 3 times, and I was so hungover the next day. Like, I came home, and apparently my boyfriend woke me up in the middle of the night because apparently I was like kind of like moving, like I was having a fit.
Oh, Christ.
Kind of crazy though. Survived it though, didn't I?
What Opia does to a motherfucker.
I know, I was on opioids or OPR. But no, I really enjoyed it. I really, really thought it was fab. I really enjoyed spending time at the end with like Satsarmas, Talia and Spen. That was so nice. And I think, but at that point, I was gutted, and there were so many kind people who said to us that they watch us, which
they were
was,
being sweethearts.
Really, really lovely.
Talia also scored the event, and it was really, really, really good.
So sick. Talia's amazing. And also so fucking kind. They could really be a cunt.
Yes.
And they're actually the nicest ever.
Yeah.
And they deserve the world.
I was kind of expecting, again, it was same with Talia as the whole party. Like, everyone was kind of nice.
Everyone was lovely.
And I don't know why I underestimated anyone. I'm so sorry.
And the Ciroc was pouring.
The Ciroc Summer Citrus Mixer.
I was so ill. So ill.
Yeah, because you didn't eat and you had 4 drinks before with your manager. Mismanagement. Reva, what the fuck are you doing?
Hello.
She was stumbling down the stairs.
Ill. I was fucked.
Louis, can we get another TikTok? Louis, we have to make a TikTok.
Well, we left early. We were gone at 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was home. I was in bed.
And I had a funeral the next day. Transition.
Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? How was the funeral?
The funeral was beautiful.
Probably should have asked that.
No, it's all good.
Was it a really nice funeral?
It was a really, really nice funeral. I mean, I think I'm yet to go. I think I was asking someone about this, and like, there is such thing as a shit funeral. I just don't think I've been to one yet. But it was amazing. It was one of my very close friend's mother, and he and his brother and his father made amazing speeches. I wailed. I don't think I've ever wailed in public before.
Yeah.
Like to the point where it was like, oh, I need to shut up.
Yeah.
Like,
who invited Florence the Machine? Run fast for your mother.
Mumford & Sons cunts. Oh, who cares? Anyway. And it was great. And I feel like, personally, I find it hard to grieve until the funeral.
Yeah,
So
I think it's a nice place.
The funeral is kind of like, the period before funeral is kind of like purgatory.
Yeah, it feels like you don't exist.
And you can just let it all out. And you get really close to everyone who was close to this lovely person. And it's just the best.
Oh, that's wonderful. All the love to that person's family.
All the love to that person's family. Not going to name names.
Yeah, we're not naming names.
But the only other thing I thought is that I, not to bring the vibe down too much, but my brother's dad died last year. And something I learnt from speaking to my brothers about it, is that naturally, when a funeral happens, people, the kind of extended family and the friends kind of forget, because they have to go back to their normal life. It's kind of like, it's not doesn't make them bad people, it's just kind of natural. But the very, very close people inevitably are still very much there. Like, the funeral was great, but like, basically what I'm trying to say is, check in on the people who are closest to if you go to a funeral, check in on them, because you might find it easy to go back to your normal life after that, but they will still very much be in a horrible place.
For sure.
So, don't lose your mind over keeping tabs on everyone, but when you can, check in on your mates who's just had a relative die.
Oh, that's so nice.
Anyway, so yeah, that was like a much needed resuming to kind of normalcy, actually, after the kind of very clouted endeavours at Opia Converse. Yeah. Enjoyable and brilliant nonetheless, but very clouted.
100%.
I was looking at a transparent cuboid full of dolls just fucking like gunning and going for it. And then I was in a crematorium. Yeah. Transition.
Yeah. Life comes at you fast. Buckle up, don't crash.
Yeah. But I had a great time.
Nice. You deserve a good time.
I haven't told you my new segments. Okay. But I've got 2 new segments that I want to discuss this week. Yeah. Okay. The first one, which I kind of hinted at last week, but I didn't have a name for, is straight dystopia. Okay. So these are elements of straight culture that I think are dystopian.
Okay. Of straight culture.
Of straight culture. Yeah. I mean, they're not limited to straight culture, but to me, they make me think of straight men. Straight people, okay. Okay. So the first one is walking on a treadmill at the gym. You've got the incline up to 15 and you're watching Netflix. You're watching Heartstoppers. You're watching The Office US. They're probably not watching Heartstoppers, let's be real. I hope they're not watching Heartstoppers. And it just makes me feel like you are it's too close to the kind of hamster on the wheel analogy. You're getting a carrot dangled in front of your face as you literally begin your slow walk to death.
But then that's the case, isn't it? And I feel like it's when people are like, they just want to like tick off, I went to the gym today. Yeah. It's like, you're useless. Yeah. You're a useless human being.
And you're just kind of unplugging. You're like, if you're unplugging for half an hour to get to where?
To like plug in again.
You've walked to literally move nowhere.
Like, you might as well just walk to Dalston. Where? Do you know what I mean?
Get to Superstore.
Just walk up Telegraph Hill, girl.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
But like,
what's the point?
I don't know.
Is it the fact of like wanting to watch something and wanting to be out the house? Maybe they just want to be out the house. Do you know what I mean? Maybe they're lonely. Scared and lonely.
The gym I'm in, Haringey, is not a place you would leave your house to be in.
You'd be surprised though. But then straight people,
True.
straight dystopia.
But like, if our, not to go all Joe Rogan on it,
Please.
if our ancestors saw this, would they think that's like dystopian, or would they think that's fierce?
What if it was me? I'd be like, why are they on the treadmill? Are they like powering the thing?
Mm-hmm.
But then it's hamster on the wheel.
Yeah, it's hamster on the wheel heavy. Do you ever watch like Netflix in transit?
No, never, ever.
I guess it's the implication is that you can't be without your Netflix. You can't be without your brain rot.
Girl, just turn the music off. Turn the music up. Just run.
Just run.
Girl, just run.
Okay, so that's element 1 of straight dystopia. Okay. Element 2 of straight dystopia.
Yeah.
Do you know what simmer meals are?
Girl, no. Sounds horrible.
Okay, so simmer meals, it's definitely a product marketed very much at straight men. It's a brand that does like meal prep services a la like HelloFresh.
Okay, nice.
But it's and I guess it's not just simmer meals in general. It's meal prep companies, and it's like taking any fun or life experience out of day-to-day life, pre-preparing it, and going like, eat your slop, honey. And I don't know, I get that. I get if you work a busy life, you don't want to spend too much time cooking,
starve.
But like, it's just a bit too much. Like, you got some money and you've settled down and you've stopped and you've kicked the gear, and the way you're gonna live is by spending 50 quid a month on your fucking chicken jambalaya that was made by some fucking poor sod on minimum wage and probably spat in it. And you're just, I don't know, you're fucking walking on the treadmill watching Netflix, and then you're going home and you're eating your chicken jambalaya pre-prepared by minimum wage worker. And it's like, bitch, take life by the scruff of the hands.
You jambalaya to yourself. You're not having fun. You're not having fun. Well, this is the thing, though. This is. It's like the same people that like live in those high rises and like Elephant and Castle. He's like, you're in a rabbit hutch.
Yeah.
Because when you die or jump out, because people be killing themselves off that shit, they be jumping out. They just replace them with somebody else.
Yeah.
And like your sofa breaks, they replace it with the same sofa. And then, or like something like your dishwasher breaks, and then it's like it's fixed by the end of the day.
Yeah.
Girl, you are not living. You literally live in a rabbit hutch. You are a rabbit, Fluffy. Do you know what I mean? Cuddles will call you, girl. Like, come on. Like, what is going on, Snowy?
Can we talk about the political and the economic state of the world right now?
Do you know what I mean? And like, you're out here living in a hotel. I never understood it. Is it fierce? My friend used to live in one of them. When you go up there and have a Jack Daniels with a bit of Coke. Yes, it's fierce.
Yes.
It is fierce. You're really high in London and it's fun. However, like...
Only time I'll go to Canary Wharf.
100%, but like... to get real high. But like, to like sit up there, you're like, this isn't life. Like, this can't be life. Like, to have that much money that you're able to afford jambalaya to yourself, and also like living in one of those high rises, I'm like, you're actually broken in the brain. Like, is that genuinely what you went to school for? Did you think at school, I can't wait to have enough money to work really hard, get this degree, so I can have some random meals sent to me that I don't have to cook, and then I can just like stand looking over like in my hotel room that wasn't designed by me and will never be designed by me because it'll just get replaced.
It's like,
I think it's so weird. Like, why would you want that for yourself?
No. And aspiring that as like what the good life. Like, I've made it. Like, you are the straight yuppie NPC.
And they're coming up everywhere. They've literally built one like just off Old Kent Road. It's huge and it's ugly and it's gross. And it'll be good for like 10 years, and then eventually you'll get mice in the walls, and then you're fucked, or cockroaches. Like, girl, like, it makes no sense.
Girl, you live in New Cross.
Hello.
Okay?
You can't run away from mice.
Back the fuck up about mice.
Hello. We got rats. Like, I feel like it's like the ones in Canada Water, for example. Like, you used to work at the bottom of one of like the new builds in Canada Water. They all had mice. Huge problem with mice. And what, like, do you feel gas with yourself that you got a fucking, what are they called? The guy who just sits on the desk all day.
Oh, the concierge.
You got a concierge. How do you feel? God, I bet you're different. Like, girl, who you don't talk to.
When was the last time you looked at him?
You can't even throw a house party because they'll be like, where are you going?
Yeah.
Pussy, if you can't do a house party, you don't want to live there.
You paid like $3,000 a month to have like a dad again.
Do you know
who doesn't love you?
Do you know what I mean? To then like break something and then immediately replace it whilst tutting at you. Like, it makes no sense why anybody would ever want to do that.
Yeah. You haven't looked at him in years.
Do you know what I mean? You can't look your dad in the eye.
He's spitting.
What he was doing on all fours.
He's spitting on your front door while you're not there.
Oh.
Well, it's interesting. You know, like the ITV2, like Love Island,
Crushed
like
Velvet.
Commuter Belt, Crushed Velvet, New Builds, Core. There's like that type of British person.
Yeah.
But I think there's also a type of British person, maybe more urban, who's living in the high-rise flat.
Yeah.
Also new build, I guess.
Yeah.
Eats meal prep meals, takes no pleasure in eating or going outside.
Yeah. Aeropresses every morning. That is literally me now.
Aeropress, muscle gun.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
You've automated your whole life.
And if he's male, only hangs around with like other manly males who like, are all dead muscly and they all want to shag. And then they all put it on their Instagram. They got a running club.
Yeah. And then all five-a-side Wednesday night in Vauxhall. and
they take a bit too seriously.
And that's the only time they interact with.
And then they go down
anyone.
like a Hackney pub and they want to meet Daisy, who also is doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Her dad's a famous actor.
Yeah.
And you just go they go kiki, live their life together, and they buy a new, or they then what they do is put their money together, and instead of being in the new builds, they buy an airy loft. And in the airy loft, they do a top.
We finally got exposed brick.
Yeah, we've finally got exposed brick. I can have my AeroPress in the morning whilst looking at my exposed brick, and the woman I absolutely hate because I'm a faggot. Girl.
And that's what it all comes back
but
to.
It is. You're gay. Oh, you're gay. Like, there's no difference between those girls that stayed at home and bought the new build by the industrial estates at home.
Yeah.
Or the Hackney person who lives in a new build. The new build is the cancer.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Just don't live in the new build.
The cancer.
Yeah.
But then is that dumb? Because everything was a new build at some point, girl. Why are we arbitrarily valuing like history higher?
If you had money to get a house,
yeah,
or like pay rent, like I don't know, like $3-4 grand a month, right? Just get a house.
Yeah.
Like a cute little house. Like, why would you not want that? That's fierce. Instead, you'd be like, oh, I want to be 64 floors up in something designed by some wank architect. So me and the rest of the 4,000 people that live in this tower of mud in the sky can feel gassed about ourselves for. That's stupid.
This tower of mud in the sky. This dystopian cock.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And I've seen a few of those. Is it that big? What going on? It's massive.
Oh, that was great. Okay, and then my other segment is called The Lowest Common Denominator.
Fears.
So basically, the lowest common denominator is something I think you initially planted the seed.
Yeah, it's what I say when people... So I'm not going to... Well...
No, you give your definition.
The lowest common denominator is when somebody blames everybody else for something, and then it's kind of like they're losing all their friends, for example, and they've lost Rebecca and they've lost Lucy, and it's like, well, you've lost Rebecca and Lucy and now you're losing me, so it looks like you're the lowest common denominator.
Yes, exactly.
So it's like kind of like when someone's so fucking stupid that they don't realise that they're the problem. It basically means you're the problem.
You've fallen out with 6 people.
You're the lowest common
but
denominator.
Prick is only divisible by 1.
Yeah, but
you
it's
are
everyone
the lowest
else's.
common denominator.
It's everyone else's fault.
You are the bellend.
Which I think is the nastiest thing you can say to somebody. I think it's so fierce.
Yeah.
I don't know where I came up with it, but I did, and I think it's really fierce because there's a few lowest common denominators about.
Okay. I'm going to hit you with a couple. If you're British and say Marseille has been ruined by other British people.
Now, this is the funniest thing because I went to Marseille last year and I
know
loved
you
it.
did, girl.
I know, but I loved it because it was literally like East London in France. But I loved it, and we went with my friends, and went with my friend Zooey, who is an amazing, and I went with Laura. But the reason I mentioned Zooey is because she's a DJ, so she hooked us up with loads of raves, and that was really fierce. But it was being in like East London.
What were the raves like?
There was one that was put on by French people in like, it was kind of like in this like cave that was like text you the Addy kind of thing. It was like in this like cave around the side. That was really fierce, and we were there for ages. And then there was another one on the beach, which was like put on by a company and was more like legit. It was really, really nice. It was, honestly, I had the best time. But I know of people that do say it's now ruined.
But why, when you say it's like East London, is it
the people?
Is it the people?
They're literally just British people.
Right, okay.
Yeah, but like in a fierce way, because it's like they're hiding.
Right.
And then you get talking and then you realise that there's like 3 French people and 3 British people.
Yeah.
So you meet like a group and then you realise that like someone will walk past you and you're like, bitch.
It's like...
Bitch, I know you. But I met someone out there who I now see, they were at Opia.
Oh.
And I saw them and I was like, it's so funny that where I met you was Marseille. And just because you were doing exactly what I was doing, gentrifying the south of France.
It's like Benidorm or Gibraltar for people who wear Le Labo.
That's so true. It's true. And at the time, I think Laura was wearing a Labo.
But I do really want to go to Marseille.
It's fierce. Oh, we should go.
Yeah.
Like, we should absolutely... It's absolutely brilliant.
Straight either abroad.
100%. And I was turning. Like, I was jumping in off those rocks. It was fab. Like, you have the best time.
But what... Okay, and last question on it. Why do you think it's so popular with East London types?
I think it's so easy to get to.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people were like living out there for the
Right.
summer. I think it's very easy to get a flat swap with London. I feel like a lot of people do that. But I just think there's just loads going on there.
Okay.
Like it
I
is fucking
didn't
fierce.
realise there was so much parties
People
going on
like, yeah. Oh my God, girl. Like it is fierce.
there. Okay, great.
We should go.
Okay, great.
Straight diva take Marseille.
Okay, I mean, in a similar breath, you could say it's the same fucking thing. If you are a young professional in Hackney claiming that Hackney has become too gentrified, you are the lowest common denominator, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, there's one too many harvests popping up. Oh, actually, that's a few too many trip cans. Oh, give me the Tony's chocolate.
Gosh. Do I do it about South East London? Yeah, maybe I do.
Am I the problem? Yes.
Yes, I am.
Am I just doing it in an area that isn't Hackney? Yes. Do I wish I could live in Hackney? Yes.
Yes, absolutely. You know you're the problem.
Yeah.
When? Do you know what I mean?
I think all my jokes really are just what I hate about myself.
Yeah, but same here. I think that's literally why we tell jokes.
Okay, great.
Like
That's why yours are so sexually fine.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about me being a teenager? No, you don't. No,
We
you
already
don't.
have, love.
I know, we cut it. We cut it.
Oh God, yeah, we did. No,
Yeah.
we kept some bits.
No, we cut.
We cut a
The
lot.
majority. You got. Like if you want to comment, if you want to hear what happened to
Patreon
me as a
exclusive.
teenager girl.
Park it under the Patreon exclusive.
Honestly, hello. Pedophilia girl.
Okay. If you think that a club or festival begins to suck when there are too many people like you there,
I hate that. That's boring.
but
Enjoy
again, me, I am the
Really?
lowest because so I've never been to Unfold because I think that if there are too many people like me at Unfold,
Okay.
it would start to suck.
Well, that's the same thing because that's like, so I think about this all the time. It's a different thing when you are taking the space of somebody
Right.
that should be there.
Right.
So like, there are like club nights that are like for like butchers and lesbians and like POC queer people that I haven't been to. I've been invited to go, but I'm not going to go because I'm like, girl,
Right.
not me being like white savior. I'm not going to go so someone else can have a space. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm kind of like, God, that ain't my space.
You do your K, honey.
Yeah. But like, that ain't my space. Like,
Right.
and it's not that it's not my space. I don't want to go. It looks, they always look fucking fierce and look like they're having the best time. But it's like, I know I am not like a Butch Dyke.
Yeah.
As much as many would disagree. But I think that like, I know I'm not a Butch Dyke. So to like go to like, I think there's an event called Wet. The lineup's always fierce.
Yeah.
Lil C plays quite a bit. All my friends go that are like queer, trans, mask, and it looks fierce, but it is not my space. And I know there'll be a lot of people that won't mind me running up there. However, I know in my heart of hearts, it's not my space. But so that as an example of like Fold, I do think if like a bunch of like straights run up on it, it's like, well,
What's the point?
also, did you notice that like a couple of Fold people followed us after that podcast that we slagged Fold off?
No.
Yeah, I had like,
Oh, really?
people
Maybe they
followed
followed
me
you
on
and they didn't follow me.
they followed me, and I was like, I don't know whether they were going to say so. I was like, I was ready to get told off, to be honest, because Fold, I actually don't have an issue with you.
And sometimes I do need to be told off.
Yeah, sometimes I like to be told off, Mrs. Fold.
Oh.
No joking, I don't. Being told off, I'm like, I'm going to kill myself.
But the flip side of it, another kind of area I've noticed it in is like, you know, cool alternative or electronic music festival becomes cool, word of mouth starts to spread, and then it's like, kind of bored of that festival now. Like, it's kind of been
I do get it. Like,
I get it too.
It makes sense. I think also as well, like, I think there's definitely been spaces where I've been to where I'm like, I can't go there anymore because there's just bare straight people there. Like, it's different. Like, it is different.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I think it's like knowing your space and being respectful and like, and don't get me wrong, I've said on this podcast, I brought gays to a lesbian bar. And I know I shouldn't have done it, but I was invited and we got 3 drinks and we left. Like, but they only invited me, but I was like, well, I was with the gays that night. So
right.
the gays.
But then there's that lesbian bar, La Camionera.
Yeah. I still haven't
been gone
because I hang with gays
huge.
Too much.
But I've seen a lot of people going there that I don't think are lesbian.
No, like, because then it's like trans,
women.
it's like Flinter.
Right, it's Flinter.
Flinter.
God, they always find a way to keep us out.
Yeah. Girl, I'm allowed in, bitch. I'm that girl. I could go, but like, I don't want, I think also as well, like, it's clocking, like, the people I hang around with are like, I don't know, like, we're all like queer or like queer adjacent, but I do also hold in my heart of hearts that like, I just wouldn't want to, like, to say I go to like La Camonera, I wouldn't want to like hold the
space
from somebody else. And I know I'm
also, it looks fucking busy.
It looks busy as fuck. And look, I don't want to go. I'm joking. I do want to go. But it's like, I know I could have the space, but like, if the person I'm with couldn't have the space, and we're both kind of like, and I feel like everybody who we hang around with is so painfully aware too.
Right. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
It's just kind of like, I feel like I wouldn't be able to be like, for example, what's the other one? Sunrise Saloon, something Saloon.
Okay.
I was literally invited there. It's another lesbian bar.
Right.
In Hackney, and they invited me, and like I said, I just took the gays, but I felt horrendous. Like, it was like me and a bunch of men in a room full of lesbians, and we were like, we should not be here, to the point where I was actually seeing like lesbians and trans mass I hadn't seen in years. They're like, why are you here? And I was like, not like, why are you here shadily, but they're like, girl, I haven't seen you in ages. And I was like, yeah, I know, because they say it's not my space. I should not be here. Okay,
but let me flip it on you. So like, I do genuinely sadly think, who cares, that if there are too many of me at a club, it will suck. But do you think that if there are too many divas at a bar, like, it will be bad?
Well, then it's a gay bar.
Wouldn't it be great?
Well, it would be. Well, exactly. But I think what happens there is the divas aren't welcome everywhere.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean? So I think that's
crucial
what it comes down
point.
to. The thing is, it's like men are welcome everywhere. The divas are like constantly aware. Even the fact that I'm questioning why I should be in a space already is kind of like, women always question why they should be in a space. Are they safe in a space? Are they trans people, whatever, like in a space, whatever. And so it's like they're already trying to find the certain places in which are safe to go. Yeah. And so I feel like once people, because they do, like, it's the same, and it does happen obviously, like online, like it'll always be, you know, I hear people say about Superstore now, it's like it's too straight, and I'm like, I think it's the perfect melting pot still. I think there's certain places that like keep their like spirit or whatever. Yeah. But I do understand why people won't want to go anymore, because it isn't as queer as it used to be. But
yeah, I mean, from an outside perspective, I've still never been in.
But you'd be very welcome in Superstore.
I would feel fine going to Superstore, because it feels like the starting point for many like people in the queer community. It's like, if someone moved to London, like, I feel like we've even given advice for it.
Yeah, you should
like,
go there.
It's a very welcoming atmosphere, whereas like Unfold or something like that, I feel like is more sacred.
Yeah.
And just sacred. And like, I wouldn't feel as chill.
Yeah, going there. I feel the same though. Like, I feel like, because also on the other end of the spectrum, you could then look at like, I don't know, I feel like going to those spaces, they feel very cliquey, and they feel very like it's that type of scene or that type of scene. And I feel like even in that sense, I think it does. Like, even for me now, like, would I roll up to Fold on my own? No. I know that there'd probably be someone that I know there, but like, it's not.
Well, because you're a micro celebrity.
I might not know someone, but someone will know me. Joking, they won't. But like, it's I wouldn't roll anymore. But that's just because it's not my scene. I can make it my scene if I wanted to, but I don't. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really good discussion.
Well done.
Should we get to some agony aunts?
Yeah.
Come on.
You man. So we obviously did the agony aunts. Again, we've got so many that we're just going to like stretch them over. We're going to fucking stretch. Oh, look at Opia on Dazed. Nice.
Well done, Opia.
Oh, that's nice. Shout out Opia.
Shout out, Opia.
Love those girls. They really do deserve the world. Like, and also the best bit about it is they're so fucking kind. They could definitely be our souls.
They were really, really nice.
But they're really, really kind. Well, they've been kind to us, so
yeah,
they're kind.
Yeah, sorry if they weren't to you.
Yeah. So I actually got a really big fatty, like to the point where someone sent me like an image.
Oh my god!
Which I didn't know you could do.
Let's go.
So shall I just?
You hit me, babe.
Because there is one that I want to answer about trans rights that I do. I do want to answer.
Let's get into it.
So 22 bisexual icon miserable slut. That's fierce. I've recently come into a problem in my love life. I've always been a free-loving gal who enjoys lots of casual sex and experimentation.
Love.
I like to keep it casual as I tend to attract diabolical men. Me too, girl. I'm talking therapist diagnosed sociopaths and megalomaniacs or Deloitte employees.
Deloitte employees.
What's that?
Deloitte is a very big finance or accountancy company. They're like a massive investment bank type
I
thing.
love these men in the sack, posh boys, fuck like racehorses. Oh, do you? That's nice. But I simply don't respect...
Not me.
Where are you finding them then, girl? But I simply don't respect them and have been starved of authentic connection as a result. Recently, I finally started seeing my perfect man and felt properly seen as a person. Everything was going great, but then he found out I shagged half the continent and ran for the hills. Have I shot myself in the cunt? Sincerely, loved starved lady.
No, you fucking
did
haven't.
not want that man. That man is a fucking waste man.
What
Starters. What a fucking wanker. And
almost end of, but let's get into it.
Like, absolute, like, that man's a waste man. You didn't want him anyway.
Yeah.
That is not your dream man. Like, fuck that guy. Starters. It doesn't matter. You could genuinely have fucked everybody I've ever met, and it has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Sex is fun.
Yeah.
And it should remain the same. And if you're with a man, specifically a straight man who's still acting like that, you don't want to be with him.
No, you didn't shoot yourself in the foot, girl.
No, nor the cunt.
No.
Nor the cunt.
And look, you have the right to fuck therapist diagnosed sociopaths. That's kind of tough still.
That's fierce. Also gorgeous as well.
Oh my god.
You're so beautiful as well. Like, girl, fuck that man.
But also, I think silver lining here is that you found that you are attracted to someone who's not the bad guy that you were shagging before.
Yeah.
So maybe the next guy is someone who loves you for who you are. 100%. And then doesn't prove that wrong by saying actually you're a slag.
Because that's just that literally just doesn't exist, and it's a man feeling small about himself, thus bringing down.
Yeah,
women.
he was just mad. Pathetic. He couldn't have you all to himself.
Exactly, and it's also just kind of like
he's probably just a pedo who just like loves like
literally
clean.
He's a faggot.
Yeah,
he's a faggot. You didn't want him anyway, girl. No, but I think that like you deserve the world, and I feel like to limit yourself to somebody, because there are girls that I know, like there are like straight girls. I know you're a bisexual icon, but like there are like straight girls who will stay with a man like that and like beg him to come back and then stay with him, and like and he resents her, she fucking hates him, but like she just doesn't think she can get better. And the reason you've written this out is because you already know that you deserve better.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that is even a step in the right direction, and one day you'll laugh to yourself that you even had to like think about this man that thought whoever or however many people you slept with before is like worth. I couldn't even tell you how many people I slept with, and that's not even saying like I slept with Bear. Like I just don't keep track. I just don't keep track no more. But like but like on the opposite end, when men are like I slept with 300 girls, I'm like, you counted, you absolute pussy. Like I just don't. I couldn't remember like from the time I started having sex to now. Like I couldn't remember who I've slept with.
Well, 4 in Appa.
Yeah.
10 in Malia. So Malia was big.
That was, the Opia event had about 14.
What, you shagged a guy from Deloitte, you fucking slag?
Like, do you know what I mean? It's like crazy, but...
He's just threatened.
Threatened by... Well, he's just a freak. He just doesn't respect women. And whatever poor woman ends up with him, I feel sorry for, unfortunately.
So we love you, and your message really was funny as well.
Yeah, and you're really fun. And we hope you find it, girl. Yeah. And you're also 22, you got bare time.
She's 22?
Yeah, she's 22.
Okay,
and you're gorgeous.
She's a slag.
And you're beautiful. No, you're not. No.
It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke.
You're not a slag.
It was a joke.
We love you.
We love you. And you will find the guy that is deserving of your love.
But apparently not all posh boys fuck like racehorses.
I'm just modest, girl.
Hey,
I wouldn't. Racehorse is like so gross, man.
Oh, Yeah, no, to be honest, it's not for me.
I'm not. I'm not going to go any further. I like stare into her eyes non-stop.
Help. Angela.
Okay. 30. Bye. Yeah. Secret bitch. I want to fuck my mate, but he's a lunatic and some fucking 50-year-olds. Help. What's the problem here? No?
Well, you should just do it.
I want to fuck my mate, but he's a lunatic and has been fucking 50-year-olds. Help.
That's fierce.
You're 30 buying a secret bitch. Dress
like Pink Pantheress. Get on a 50-yard dress and just go fucking.
Little handbag, leopard dress.
Yeah.
Get a Karen haircut.
Did you ever love me? No worries if not.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, and if you just say you want to fuck him, then fuck him.
Yeah, you should absolutely fuck him. And I bet he'll feel good as well.
Yeah.
I bet that'd be really nice for you. Also, when did we become sex hetero? I feel like people just ask us about sex life, which is crazy.
Great.
We should literally run Naked Attraction next time it's on.
I never thought I would be able to offer people advice on like whether they should shag someone, but I'm so honoured.
I literally feel blessed. I feel blessed, literally. Right, are you ready for one?
Yeah, babe.
So this is quite a biggie. Hiya, Sarah. That gets me off when people say hey, Sarah.
Yeah.
Like, it gets me off so much.
Love you.
Hello, love you. Hiya, Sarah. I'm 18. I know it's tempting to make baby jokes, but let's refrain.
We've got 18-year-old listeners.
It's so nice. Legally male, but I'm a girly. I identify as a bear who wears thongs, brackets, me when I'm unshaved, which is at the moment. Wondering what to do when you can't tell if you're depressed. Sounds weird, but I have a ridiculously structured routine. Go on walks, I wake up, I listen to music and the radio. I smoke a fag at 8 p.m, watch a lot of films, etc., but don't socialise much and feel like I'm missing out. Can't tell if I'm depressed or just lonely. Let me know if either of you have experienced this kind of living before and what you thought of your time as well as a lone wolf.
Damn.
Thanks for that question. And thank you for like asking us. That's really kind.
Yeah, I mean, as much as we like hearing about whether people should shag their lunatic friends.
Yeah.
This is very touching. Okay, where to start? Are you depressed or lonely? Well, I'm of the volition that you might be depressed and that's fine, and like you shouldn't avoid calling yourself depressed. We are not medical professionals.
No, we're not.
But it sounds like you're going through a tough time regardless, and I think the first things first would be to try and socialize more. It sounds like that's the first step. Maybe if we're baby stepping this, you want to try and socialize first. But what do you think?
I think the fact that two things I will say is if be kind to yourself, because there's no right nor wrong. If you feel like you're being alone because you want to be, then lean into that. If it hits a point where you don't want to be alone anymore, you can reach out to people. What I will say is it sounds as though you're reaching out to people because it sounds like you're an online person, because you unfortunately listen to us. Sorry. But if you are an online person, I think there's a lot of community that I think that, especially when I was 18, I found solace in being online. And I feel like when I moved to London, I met a bunch of people I knew already from online, and that was kind of like a very like eye-opening experience, because there were people that I've known since like 14, but like online. And I think there's a community in which you can find yourself in, i.e. people that follow us, like people like that like will be on your FYP or whatever. Like reach out to people in the comments. I don't really know how people socialize on like TikTok anymore, but like, or like Instagram, but reach out, like just get talking, make friends, you know? I know it's very hard to say that, but like I think, like you said about the club in that one podcast episode, talking to people, everyone's in the same position. Do you know what I mean? So you just make sure you're just being kind to yourself when you're doing it though. Like I really do think, but whatever you're doing isn't wrong. I think you're thinking a lot about what other people would think about in your situation, but if you're happy with your structure and everything, that is okay for that to be okay too. You know, you might actually just like your structure and that be key, and you might go out for a couple of nights out and realise that ain't your thing. Do you know what I mean? So
I think that's such a good point on making friends online. I think it's almost, I feel like it's less looked down upon, but it used to be like, oh, like your online friends. Like, and it was almost cringe. But like I actually suggested to a friend like about meeting someone romantically, you should get online, like
get on fucking like, because you'll meet the like-minded people.
Get in your niches.
It's literally your algorithm.
And fucking send out a few DMs and like a few people's pictures. So I think that's a great point that I would reiterate. I think the other thing is I don't know if I'm being presumptuous, but it sounds like you're a little bit like, I don't know, when you're 18, you feel like, wow, this is the start of my adult life. Like, is this all it's piped up to really be? I don't know. I've had that when I was 18, slightly. And like, you, from the way you've written that message, sound like you're slightly maybe trapped. I don't know where you are writing this from, but like, if you have the means to, I would try and push the boat out a little bit. Try something that you haven't tried before.
Period.
Try and get in the Straight Diva comments and like,
literally. Also, if we ever throw an event, girl, come Straight Diva event.
Yeah.
And we'll kiki and we'll be your mates. So what now? She's also, like, oh, I don't want that, girl.
Being 18 is actually a horrible time, in my opinion.
It's the opposite of fear.
And in my experience, it gets a bit better, or it can get better.
Yeah, it does get better. Sun always comes out.
Especially for freaks like me.
Because I'm a freak butch. Freak butch? God, maybe I'm a lesbian.
Maybe you are.
I'm a lesbian.
Like, I'm your Rebecons.
Ah, wait. See.
But also, like, yeah, because when you're 18, all the only people you know are the people that literally like live within a mile radius of you.
Yeah.
And like, how many people are gonna be into the shit that you're into, and that like we're working with fractions
Who's
here.
in a donkey punching in a mile radius? Not a lot. But if you go to London, lots of donkey punches.
Yeah. So basically, move to London.
Yeah, basically. Do that and then figure that one out.
But move to Enfield because nobody can afford to live in London.
Yeah. Don't move to Enfield, girl. Please don't. Love you, Bear.
Love you,
Bear Diva.
Bear Diva.
Yeah.
27.
Yeah.
Gay, 6'1". I lost a crayon inside myself 8 years ago, and it still hasn't come out. What do I do?
You're part crayon, girl.
Yeah, embrace it. Crayola D's nuts in your mouth. I don't know.
I love that. I'm proud of you, girl.
I don't want to indulge that anymore. It was funny.
Yeah, I loved
but
it.
like, I don't really have anything.
Well,
to
I hope
riff
if
on
that's
it with.
real, I'm sorry. Just like,
wait, maybe it is real.
if it is real, then like there's probably like wedged to like your large intestine, and for that I'm just like sorry.
And
Maybe
then-
try douching.
You dirty bitch.
You dirty hag. Only topping because you got full way you got a Crayola in you.
I lost a crayon inside myself. Which way?
Oh yeah,
Which way?
multiple ways.
Multiple ways. Belly button.
Hello. I mean goodbye.
Powdered.
Ooh.
Sniff, sniff.
Sniff. Oh.
Get medical help.
Please.
Which is what we should have said
Yeah.
to the last person as well.
Please. Yeah.
Okay. You got one?
I do. I got serious ones.
Okay. Hit me. Well, I mean, I'm more in a serious mood than
And I feel like it's been quite
I
serious.
love the crayons
Yeah.
one. Thank you
Okay.
for sending that in.
So there's two, and I think they're linked, and then I think you can answer, and then I'll just go on a rant. So basically, we have two here. So the first one is my GP has just stopped my bridging testosterone prescription because they can't be asked to educate themselves. That I can't afford private care. They're like, we really emphasise as I'm crying down the phone, and they're 24 and a trans mass diva. Now, leading on, I've messaged this person individually because I think they needed a chat, and we had a little chat. But that leads on to this question being, I'm 31, bisexual male, anxious ex-twunk, wondering how I could be a better ally to my trans pals.
Fucking hell.
I know.
Okay, first things first, I don't know what a twunk is.
A twunk is a kind of grown twink.
Okay, nice.
31, yeah. Yeah, nice. Lovely. Let's end the episode then.
Fucking hell, okay. Should we deal with the second question first?
Yeah, I think that's kind of what the question is. The other one kind of like is more of a statement, but I've messaged that person individually.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's all kind of coming under the same thing for you.
Yeah, I think so. Or
So,
trans-related.
how would you be more supportive to your trans pals? Just treat them with respect and be nice, like you would with any person, but be more considerate of the shit that they might be going through.
Have you thought about listening to Sophie?
Yeah.
Joking, guys. I actually want to be serious with this one.
I actually love
Sometimes.
trans culture, so I'm such a big fan of. She's an icon.
Oh, I love Sophie.
No, I do love Sophie.
We love Sophie.
We love
that goes without
Sophie.
saying.
but it's just a joke.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. What do you think?
Thank God you asked.
Yeah. Wait, can we hear more about what the straight guy has to say on this one?
Please. I think that something that I did want to talk about anyway.
Yes.
But I just couldn't. I don't know. This week I had a really awful situation with a family member who I will not be naming, who essentially just can't get behind me being trans, right? And it's a very like newish thing. He's definitely going through a hard time, and if he listens to this, then girl, find love and find it in yourself.
Yeah.
Like, look at yourself. However, what I then found out through another family member this week is basically the shit that he was saying, and it's a very similar thing to what people the trans rhetoric that's going around, which I feel like is affecting young men, specifically middle class men, and also young men who feel as though the world is not going in their way anymore, so they're almost like coming back to this like rhetoric of like bullshit where they hate women, specifically trans women as well, like and that like this trans thing isn't real. Now the thing that I want to say is, girl, you need at this time to just uplift the trans community, and I mean like rally. Like I feel like we're really at this place now where it's like it needs rallying. Did you literally see the Hunter Schafer thing?
Yeah.
Hunter Schafer on her driving license now says male.
Passport.
Like passport.
Yeah.
Like it's petrifying what is happening to trans community, and it's like, while I know that like there are a bunch of queer people listening to his podcast, I do also know, because of like literally the nature of his podcast, there are straight people listening. Fucking rally. And I mean fucking rally, even if you don't know a trans person. Like I don't know, like I think it's more than emailing your MP. Girl, go to Trans Pride. Straight people need to go to Trans Pride. Go, all of us, we need to go, make noise. Like it's really vital now, and just every day it's like you wake up, and it's the same thing basically during this week as well. Just like that person there whose T block has been or like T injection has been like blocked, my testosterone blocker has been blocked as well. So like I've got to get another testosterone blocker and then go private to then pay for it, and then get a private blood test and then pay for that. So like all in all, like, I've like spending like 400-500 quid, but like I found out that about that
and loads of time
and like begging off, like,
and loads of like kind of indirect like kind of telling you not to do this, basically.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like it's a drug that I've been on for 4 years anyway, and so it's like they're now telling me that I can't be on a drug that I'm already on, like my body's already on. So it's a really, really testing time, and I really want to ignore it and laugh at it, but it's actually just getting a bit peak.
Yeah.
And it is getting a bit hard, and I think we keep getting questions like that, and I think people actually don't know what to do and want to do. And so I'm just like,
yeah,
we need to just fucking do better.
Yeah.
Be more vocal. If you're listening to this and you're literally like a straight man, like, girl, tweet.
Yeah.
Put something on your story right now.
Yeah.
Like, even just to like get people questioning. You might even have like a straight mate be like, well, lol, why are you posting this? And it's like, girl, because people are struggling, girl.
Yeah.
Like, if one person fails, we all fail. Like, I don't know.
I think a thing I'd say is that like obviously now like a great thing about social media is that like you can voice your opinion on things, and like, well, obviously that's used for a lot of bad as well, but like people love or like people in our wider social circle love like coming out and defending trans rights or coming out and defending queer rights. But like the thing I'd say is like when it actually comes down to it, like in a real life situation where like, I don't know, if you're on public transport and you see someone being transphobic, like fucking stand up, like,
just like,
do
girl.
something. Because like it's not easy to be like, I mean, yeah, it's not easy to be like posting on your story like whatever, but like you should try and practice this in your daily life, because I feel like some people can maybe, and you know, you see it with like loads of political causes, like we need the social media thing, yes, we need people posting on Instagram stories, yes, but like you do need to show up to these marches and shit when it's time to go. And obviously like not everyone can go to every fucking march, and you have to pick your battles, and you get that.
Well, 100%. And like also building on that, like pick your battles, but it's also like, even if you're at the pub and your friend says something like slightly transphobic, for example,
exactly,
because that's how it starts.
Exactly.
I feel like that's the thing, because this person that this family member wasn't like this, but then these like rhetorics, whatever, however you pronounce it, slowly started, and they build and they build and they build, and as you see someone become neglected by a system, then they like go deeper into these like, there's always, men are looking for someone to blame.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think the world's looking for somebody to blame, and currently it's blaming trans people. And so right now I think it's very easy to like meet up with and be met with views that are like opposing. And I think it's just like cool to like, even you can laugh, like we can all laugh. Like there are definitely times if someone like brought up that rhetoric around me, I'd probably laugh at it.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh no, but actually like dead it at the end. Do you know what I mean? Stub it out. Put out that fucking cigarette.
It's like a weird narrative where, I think you're bang on the money. It's like a lot of disenfranchised men have kind of been, and I guess it's a reality that a lot of people agree with, which is like we've gone too far as society, and that can be like pasted onto loads of different things. And like I feel like something we'd agree with it on is like we're just talking about like TikTok or like walking on a treadmill, and like, but you can paste that narrative onto so many things. Yeah. And for some reason, like disenfranchised young men have taken it to this very toxic place where it's like we're basically like regressing to being fucking Neanderthals, and it's like we're like primals, and like
exactly science, bringing it back to science, like as if you didn't fail triple science. Like, girl, we broken. Like, they're like, what about biology? It's like, what about biology, girl? You got an E. Like, what? Like, come on. Alas.
But yeah, alas, that fucking sucks. I'm really sorry about that, Sue.
That's all right.
I guess I'll happily hold my hands up and admit I kind of flopped the answer when I was like, just treat them like you would with any other person with respect and be more considerate of their reality.
But then that is true in itself. I just think right now
is a bad time.
It's just getting to the, because that has been always true, in which you've always done, and like all the like kind of people in my life have done. But it's like even now, like I'm like, girl, I better see everyone at Tons Pride. If you can make it, you better be there. Like I'm really there. I think we need to riot, because I feel like it's not, this shit ain't going away. Do you know what I mean? It's actually getting worse. Yeah. Actively. I don't know.
And then, sorry, just to wrap off, not that it's your or our duty to, but what else can people do? Like read, educate. I'm still reading Sean Fay, Love and Exile.
Hey.
So I'm a slow reader.
Yeah. I'm not gonna fucking
read, educate.
Yeah.
On the origins of trans culture. Support people in like situations when we're like out in the public life.
Yeah, for
when
sure.
you can. Defend against like micro things, because that's where it starts.
Yeah.
And then what else is there? Supporting people when they're like, they've got transition funds and financial support, because that shit is expensive.
Talk to a few trans women on Hinge.
Yeah.
Why not? No, joking, guys. No, but seriously, talk to me. I'm joking. I got a man, girl. No, but I think that I know I make it lighthearted, but it's like I think it really is. It's really getting. I understand that a lot of people don't post on social media, and a lot of people can see social media as performative, as like performative activism, just as much as like you see like, you know, there'll be like a graphic going on and everyone shares it, and it's kind of like, okay, you're feeling the guilt today. Do you know what I mean? And I do get that, and I do understand that you don't want to share things. I understand that, but just make sure you're reading it.
But bitch, you open Pandora's box when you post a fucking black square.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, girl, well, hello, like we all need to do better by all like affected communities.
Yeah.
On cis, straight, and white.
For sure. Period. Yeah. Let's go. The only other questions I have are on the Straight Diva account, and I don't have access to that on my phone that I've got here, because I've got two phones, because...
Is she a drug dealer?
Because I got one for the plug and one for the low.
Hey. This is a really nice one. Doing music tech A-level, will take any advice, as I am currently failing.
Yay!
Which
music
is so
tech!
nice. And it's also like people at A-levels listen to us. I think that's so crazy.
Sorry, I do music tech A-level and what?
And I'm currently a failing diva. Any advice?
Well, I think there's enough examples of people that weren't academically successful that were really great at music. There's that. I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Underline that, though.
James Blake's not one of them.
No,
fucking dweeb.
Unique.
Probably got first in his understanding popular music course at Goldsmiths.
Yeah.
But yeah, artistic excellence was never proved by your performance in America.
Absolutely not. And I feel like, in fact, I think there was a rule at BIM where I went, which was like the real ones who do well in music drop out.
Yeah.
And I think that is the truth. Like, just take the loan, or like, I know you're doing A levels, take the equipment and just put your pussy into you and make you good. Like, I think take what they've got. It doesn't matter about the grades, unless you want the grades and get the grades. Doesn't matter about the grades. Just take your thing. Music schools will let you in if your shit's good. If your shit's clean, music schools will let you in.
Music schools will let you in if your shit sucks.
Well, that's what I know. So that's the thing with music schools. Just like, get your demos done, girl. If you want to be like a music producer, get in that studio all the time and just produce.
Yeah, I would say music tech, for anyone that doesn't know, is like, the reason I took music tech is because I wasn't classically trained enough to do music or like good enough at one instrument. So like music tech was like the cool alternative. But even so, it's still very prescribed and biased to people who are like good with computers.
Exactly.
And kind of nerdy. And then when you do it at uni, it kind of, I don't know, you probably know better than me, but it lends itself to like people who are kind of nerdy producers or engineers.
Yeah,
or like,
I hated it.
And like, if you love music, there are so many other ways to like build your skills that aren't to do with those things. So, but it does, like, at your age, you don't really have anything else to put it into, like, academically, apart from music tech or music. It's like either you play violin or you're good at Logic.
Exactly.
Like, and it's the reality is that there's loads of other stuff. Like, you could just be the vibes guy. Like, Charlie XCX has a vibes guy in the studio.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. And like, even if like you don't feel like you want to do something there and you don't necessarily feel good at it, girl, just do it. Because there's no, like, my favourite artist that's come out of TikTok recently is Cortis Star. She just dropped another song.
Come on. Sonogram.
I'm not mad that you say I'm a fucking guy. Oh, what is it? Bitch is mad because they say I'm a fucking guy, but that's fine because I'm the fucking guy. Yeah. What does she say? Fierce.
And these are the real heroes of each generation, the artists, not the music technicians.
Exactly.
But
they
even
never about thingies of critics.
Yeah. Unfortunately, and we do need the music technicians, because like I do need like someone to build Logic for me still.
For sure.
Like, but,
get on Fruity Loops and
but like there's so many ways for you to express your love and passion in music that aren't music tech A level. But also maybe just work a bit fucking harder.
Yeah, maybe just like no one's making music anyway, babes.
Yeah.
Well, good luck in the A level.
Yeah.
Love you, ho.
And nobody makes any money from this shit
no
either.
Money. Start posting, become an influencer.
Yeah.
That's where the money is, girl. Get a podcast, girl.
Should we do one more?
Yeah. Let's do a silly one. But that would have been really serious, is that?
So silly. Well, silly?
Serious.
Oh, serious, yeah. Agreed, girl. We are on. We're on hour 4.
Well, what should we do?
Let's do one more. Fuck it.
Okay. Sue, me and my boyfriend made it 2 years, but the sex just isn't there anymore. I feel like a nun.
Peak!
That's on Straight Diva.
And that's on Straight Diva.
That's on Straight Diva. And I really think it's funny that people know that on Straight Diva they're talking to me. Do you reply on Straight Diva?
They're always like, "Hey, Sue." I'm like, "Bitch, am I invisible?
Girl, Lou exists, girl.
Am I at Opia Converse right now?" No, everyone was actually very nice. No, I was surprised.
Yeah, surprised. Trans people being kind.
Okay, I have experience in this field.
Yeah.
Which
I don't. I've not been in a relationship.
You've never been in a relationship where the sex died out?
No, they just got like nasty.
Okay.
The sex was, if anything, brilliant because it just got
right. Yeah. As it often is. God.
I haven't stayed in a relationship that long.
I've never been in a situation like that and have no knowledge of what I'm talking about. I'm so sorry if you've been through an abusive relationship where the sex was great.
Girl, it was fierce last week. Hello. Abuse isn't fierce, guys. It's
God, I mean, I've come through and been out the other side. Well, actually, no. I guess my last relationship did end because kind of a similar thing. Look, you can try stick a finger up the bum as much as you fucking want, but if the sex ain't...
Does that do something?
I'm not that into it personally.
Yeah.
It doesn't but I have a funny thing about bumholes in general. I'm a bit...
Is it?
Yeah.
You don't like batty?
I don't like batty. No, I like batty. I just don't like penetrating that little cat's arsehole you've got there, bruv.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Cigar burn.
That's kind of fierce.
I hate bumholes. And I
Well,
know
that's
what
okay.
people are saying is that you're so scared that if you had fucking cock up there that you'd love it. Maybe I am.
And I'll tell you one thing, Louise. Anal batters. It ain't for the weak. Every time I do it, I'm like, why am I doing this? Where they like put it, no, because when it's good and it gets fierce, but like that first like 30 seconds when you're sweating, they put it in and you're just like, wait, and you just have to like sit there like a twat, like sweat it out. Girl, it ain't for the weak.
See, I don't think I have the conviction for anal. I don't have the persistence. I drop things before I can even like.
But when you give into it and it starts rocking, girl,
really?
There's nothing like her.
Oh.
Tap the fucking table.
Maybe I gotta give it a try. Next week's episode. No, okay, wait. So back to this person.
Yeah, the sex. They're in a two.
The sex ain't long.
Yeah.
The peas ain't long. Look, you should try jazz it up. You should try do all that regular shit that
Are
like
you
people talk about.
communicating as
Like,
well?
yes,
Are you
that's actually
communicating?
way better advice than like you should dress up as a nurse. I think I'm gonna do a role play where I love you.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do.
You still love me.
Loving relationship role play.
Oh no.
No, yeah. Try communicate. Like, why isn't it working?
Yeah.
Like, be mature enough to have that conversation.
And also, if they don't want to have that conversation, then babe it in the relationship.
Yeah. God, that's a really good point because it sounds like maybe she hasn't done that yet.
Yeah.
Because if she had, she probably would have said,
Yeah.
we had this chat and he reacted in this way. You need to fucking talk to him about it as hard as that may be.
Yeah.
It's actually really not that hard once you do it. It's like, love you, but like, I think we could jazz it up a bit.
Yeah.
And he'll probably go like, whoa, this is fucking shit.
I got the finger in it, ball.
Yeah. And then look, you can try all this kind of these little things like doing something that they like.
Yeah.
Them doing something that you like. You can role play. You can try and pretend to be other people. You can.
Did you do that?
Yes.
That's so nice.
But I guess
it's trying. I think that's so nice.
yeah, you put in the fucking effort for each other, right?
Yeah, that's so kind.
And like you're in it together because you love each other. So you try this shit. And for me, it didn't work. So
you're not a good non-girl.
But it might work for you. It might work for you. But also, like, I feel like we were touching on this last week. So we were talking about when straight people aren't fucking.
Yeah.
But like, I know that there is a tradition. Or like when I was telling my friends that my relationship, like the sex was like going downhill, it was like, well, that just kind of happens.
I don't think it does.
And I'm like, I don't fucking care, frankly. Like,
yeah,
I don't want to be in a relationship where that's the case, really. But it sadly seems like it's quite commonplace and accepted
for straight people,
and maybe that's fine. Maybe for some people that is fine.
That is fine, yeah.
But it sounds like it's not fine for you.
Yeah, because people bring it up.
Because you're messaging into a fucking podcast for advice. You loser.
We love you. They are a returning watcher.
But yeah, look, this might mean that you're not meant to be with this person, but we are nowhere near there yet.
Yeah.
You need to just have a conversation about it first.
And a thong.
Yes,
and
a thong.
thong.
Yeah, fucking jazz it up. Have a jazzle.
Oh, they are male. It's a gay couple.
Is that?
Yeah. Oh, that changes everything.
Oh.
Have you thought about polyamory?
Get a landing strip.
Girl.
Okay.
Should we go? Yeah,
let's have some dinner.
Go. Woo! Thanks, guys.
I got pesto pasta.
Big up pesto.